Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast. You've got the award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, we're going to talk to some folks about all sorts of good things. God. It has been a comedy of errors in here this morning.
Well, we haven't had technical issues in a while.
I started it by eating a chocolate-filled donut, and I apologize for that. Welcome to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show and therapy session, along with Mike out of this world, Mars, who keeps calling one man Murphy, and his name is Murray. And then we have Jeff Zekin, who brought the donuts, and then you got me that's somehow wound up in all of this mess. We're also going to review the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek. Jeff does not have the motor minute on a piece of paper. It's coming out of his mind, and you know how sick and cruel that can be. God help us all. Well, again, welcome to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Or not. You may regret listening or watching.
Go sports.
What, Mars? Why are you leaning over here looking at me that way?
Getting too close to me.
I was just going to ask if you would push that gray button.
What gray button?
Do what?
The gray button on the red computer.
Push the gray button on the red computer. See, this is... I don't understand.
You can't do it until it starts.
We pushed the gray button.
Thank you.
And 3 listeners just disappeared.
The only 3 that we had.
I know.
Well, at any rate, we're supposedly having guests on in this hour, but we don't have them ready yet, apparently.
Well, I resent the email.
Okay. So in the meantime and in between time, I want to read you this story from Automotive News. UAW President Sean Fain said it's not every day that the union finds itself on the same side of dealers, but the two groups have become united in their belief that Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares is mismanaging the world's 4th largest automaker. Dealers say reckless short-term decision-making to secure record profits in 2023 has left them anemic and diminished, piling up inventory as U.S. market share plummets. The UAW is incensed by job cuts and threatening to strike over what it says are broken promises by Stellantis, which disputes the claims. Meanwhile, numerous high-ranking executives have left the automaker. Mike and I know of a couple personally.
Yeah.
Shareholders are suing over lower earnings in the first half of the year. The pricing disputes and several suppliers have turned into unusual legal battles now. The unrest comes as Stellantis presses forward with an electric vehicle offensive that is both costly and uncertain. Multiple EVs are slated to reach dealerships in the months ahead, but Stellantis retailers are still having a tough time clearing inventory from the previous model year. Quote, "It's time to turn production back on and start selling our way back to a respectable market share," the Stellantis National Dealer Council wrote in September's 10th newsletter, criticizing Tavares' leadership and compensation that jumped nearly 60% last year. On a similar note, an Italian judge has seized assets worth around $84 million from 5 people, including Stellantis and Ferrari chair John Elkann, as part of an investigation into alleged tax fraud, according to prosecutors yesterday.
How much was it that they...
$84 million is what,
million.
yeah. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Wow.
It's a big mess over there. And I worry that the whole thing's going to implode and put thousands, tens of thousands of people out of work. Let's hope that does not happen, but it's not looking really good.
Yeah, when big companies like that go to those kind of extremes, so the little guys, it does filter down, because you talk about when you start taking out the North American president and you start filtering all that down.
And hitting it with money.
Yeah.
Taking their money.
You know, you have to take out 10 little guys to make up for one big guy that you took out. Money-wise.
Yeah. Well, and you said that, shooting for record profits because he makes more money on more profits. So that's what he was doing. He was making those decisions so he could raise
Well,
his
and they
paycheck.
also made the decision that they were going to be all in on EVs. And it really has not worked out for any of the automakers per se.
And then there's the recall aspect of some of the vehicles, and that coming back and all that stuff.
It's a big mess.
But not just them; it's all the manufacturers.
All right, Mr. Mars.
Well, we kind of got the email squared away. So we got our first guest here. Michael Murray, who he lives over in Bridge City, Texas, over there, and he's a big fan. He's got 2 or 3 cars, but he's a big
Bridge City.
Bridge City, in between the bridges,
What bridges are those?
the Orange Bridge and the Orange Bridge.
Okay.
So
That's
Michael's
the same
got,
bridge, isn't it?
No, one of them
Now-
shorter than the other one.
Is it orange the color or orange the fruit?
Orange the county.
Okay.
All right. Well, please continue on.
So Michael.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Michael and I we've known each other through the hot rodding and through some family connections and stuff for several years, and he's got several vehicles. But recently at a family gathering, he was telling me about his recent acquisition of a 1969 Dodge Charger. But it's a very unique Dodge Charger.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Mike.
So tell us about it, Michael.
So, most of these 69 Dodge Chargers, their birth certificate is a 440 big block, a 318, air conditioner. When I was I've been looking for a 69 Dodge Charger General Lee for a while. And when I had the opportunity to purchase this, the birth certificate on it, the history of it was just so wide, I couldn't pass it up.
So is this an original General Lee?
This is a original 69 Dodge Charger, and it belonged to the Northeast Ohio Dukes. And when they first started jumping 69 Dodge Chargers, they used original 69 Dodge Chargers. So they own this car, and it has made 3 huge jumps. This car has. And after they did the last jump, they decided to retire the car because it's been repaired 3 different times, and they weren't going to jump it anymore. And a gentleman picked it up from the Northeast Ohio Dukes stunt team, and he wanted to put it back on the road. So he did some modifications to it, and I would like to show it to you as I'm telling you about this.
Okay.
If y'all want to go ahead and see the car.
Yes, we do that. While you're getting that, I'm going to give a little more background on this because the car, every time, go ahead and get set up, Mike.
Okay.
Because we got a short amount of time here. But every time they would jump the car, it would literally land. It's not like on TV. Because this car is like 15, 20 feet in the air. It would land on the front end. The whole front end would come apart. The body would crush. And they'd have to literally rebuild the front end. But go ahead, Mike.
And I've got some pictures of some of the jumps, and I'll show them to you. And
Time is of the essence, so go to it.
all right, so these are the 3 big jumps that it's made. And these are some of the pictures of the car, of it landing. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
And here's the last jump it made in 2019.
Uh-huh.
So the car, I'll give you a walk around.
So this
So the
is
car-
this is a stunt car that's painted up as the General Lee.
Correct.
Got it.
It's a 69 Dodge Charger painted like the General Lee. And
Now,
by no means-
let me understand this. So people would pay to go and see this show that included this car being jumped.
thousands.
Thousands of dollars, thousands of people.
Thousands of people.
Show up to watch Raymond jump these cars.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a stunt show. I can't remember. There used to be a pretty famous stunt show going around the
Like the
country.
Chitwoods.
Yes, that's what I was trying to think of.
So it's all original from the last jump, other than the front left-hand side fender. It was so far gone, he had to put another fender. But the roof, the quarter panels, and it is not. But the doors still open. The windows roll up and down.
But you've redone the car since the last nose curling episode.
The only thing that was done was panels were straightened by stepping on them to straighten them out. So if you look how this is,
Yeah, there's a little problem with the gaps there.
Just a
Yeah,
bit.
got a little gap issue. But
nothing lines up.
So, Mike, do you drive that car every day?
I drive the car very often.
Does it?
So-
Does
He drove
it?
it home
Does it?
1,000 miles.
Does it crab down the road?
It does not. It drives as straight as an arrow.
How can it do
But
that?
I'm going to tell you why.
Please do.
The gentleman that bought the car from the Northeast Ohio Dukes did a chassis swap on it.
Oh.
So the car is sitting on a 2007 Mercury Grand Marquis chassis. So if you see this dash, I mean, it looks like a 69 Charger dash. It's tan. But if you look inside, these seats are Mercury Grand Marquis seats. The dash, it's got air conditioning, cruise control, adjustable pedals, traction control,
So it.
four-wheel disc brake.
So in other words, it's got the Grand Marquis interior. Is what you're telling me?
It does. It has the Grand Marquis seat, dash, and it also has the 4.6 Grand Marquis engine. In the car.
so
Have you pulled it into a Dodge dealership and asked for a front end alignment or anything?
I have not.
But didn't you get you had an interaction with someone on the way driving that thing home that 1,000 miles, eh?
I did. The Georgia State Patrol.
Malia, did they pull you over because of the gaps? Sir, the gaps in the front end are a little bit wide. You're going to have to pull you over.
We're going to make a wind noise.
Yeah, so the story about getting the car real quick, I was going to have the car shipped. And the guy kept telling me, drive it. It will make it. Well, I purchased this car in Beaufort, South Carolina.
Sure.
Good God.
And I was hesitant on driving the car because I don't know the car.
Uh-huh.
So I asked my 75-year-old
Nobody knows the
dad-
car. The car doesn't even know the car.
I asked my dad, I said, you want to take a road trip? He said, sure. We headed off to Beaufort, South Carolina, and I picked up the car in Beaufort, South Carolina, and we headed an hour north to North Carolina, and then I drove it from North Carolina all the way to Bridge City, Texas.
Now, let me
It
see.
was-
Now, let me understand this. So you were in South Carolina, then you drove north, I don't know why, to drive back south again to come home.
You had to go pick up the car in North.
Oh, I see. All right. The car was in
a
North
little
Carolina.
Strip out of it.
Uh-huh.
Going to pick up the car.
Okay.
The car was in South Carolina, Beaufort, and we were making a trip, so we headed an hour north from Beaufort, South Carolina, which put us in North Carolina. And then we headed from there back to Bridge City, Texas, and I think it was 986 miles from picking up the car, not knowing it, getting in it, and hitting 70, 80.
So what's the story about
85.
what's the story about the trooper pulling you over?
So I figured the gentleman that sold me the car had to keep his license plates. So I had no tags. There's an orange 01 car going down the interstate. No tags, no stickers, no nothing. And I told my dad, I said, we're going to get stopped. And sure enough, I was going through Georgia, and he pulled me over because they didn't have no license plates. But of course, I had all the proper paperwork, bill of sale where I just bought it. And he said, I had to pull you over because we have so much history with the Dukes of Hazzard. And that's because when they first started filming the Dukes of Hazzard, they filmed it in Covington, Georgia.
Okay.
And this is your daily driver.
Almost daily.
Not daily driver, but I drive it. I go to Walmart. I go out to eat. I don't have to worry about door dings or scratches or anything.
No, it's got plenty already.
If you can see this mark right here on the door, you see that mark right there?
Yeah, we see it. Mm-hmm.
So that's where they loaded the car with a forklift after the last jump. They loaded it sideways with a forklift onto the trailer.
So Michael, you're going to take this to the Mopar Nationals, right? And you say you were going to do that?
Well, I don't know. I would like to take it to as many things as I can, as long as I can get off to go.
Oh, well, yeah.
But I brought it to a car show last weekend in Beveled Oaks, right outside of Lumberton, Texas. And they had about 50 cars, and it got top 25 out of 50. So, I mean, that's not too bad.
No.
But the story in the chassis swap is what blows people away.
Yeah, that's what makes it. So, yeah, Mike.
And they see, so when you see this car, a lot of people stop me and they go, was this one of the cars off of the original show? Because a lot of people don't see a car beat up like this.
Right, yeah.
Or somebody that would buy a car that was beat up like that.
You would think, but some people are crazy.
Yeah. Well, listen, we hate to cut you short, but we really appreciate you taking the time to explain the car to us, and it's been a joy to talk to you. I don't believe I've laughed so hard in quite some time, but
it's pretty unique.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Well, Michael, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, appreciate you having me on the show.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
I told you it was unique.
Yes, you did. In a lot of ways.
So,
that's a fun show.
For the past 10 years, Mr. Mars has been booking the guests. And for the most part, he's done a pretty good job, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. I would too.
But I think that he has reached out in ways that we never dreamed of.
He's got a long reach.
And he says, he does. He says that he knows these people.
Well,
but you have to understand, for everybody that's listening that doesn't know, that Mars lives in a place called Nederland,
yes.
Texas.
Not Colorado, but
do
Texas.
you know where Nederland is?
It's over there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's east. Yeah. It's just this side of Louisiana.
About 5 miles. But I will tell you this, just to take it a step further. Michael and I, like I said, I met him hot rodding and stuff like that. But my youngest daughter was married to his little brother.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Lord.
That's why you started out the conversation.
You know what?
Family
I really don't think that we need to get into the
just trying to share a little bit
We
here.
don't need to get into the family lineage.
We're going to be taking blood tests for the next guest.
Well, yeah,
Make sure we're not related
and I
to
think
him.
that somewhere along the lines there's going to be Uncle Eddie in this. Cousin Eddie, that's what it is.
Cousin
Hey, wanted to remind you that you can catch the In Wheel Time show. I was going to say Car Talk, but I don't even know anymore. 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream our live 2-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. And podcasts. Oh, yes, we have them. They're available from your favorite podcast provider. Get a laugh. The In Wheel Time Car Talk show continues right after this quick break.
The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipe means when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the first Lupe Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here is the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupe Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupe Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupe Tortilla Katie's and other locations location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Loopy's. It's located on 99 the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Loopy Tortilla in College Station. Located just around the corner from Kyle Field, it's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Going to Louisiana, the Loopy Tortilla in Beaumont is on I-10, so you can't miss it. The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants has the best Tex-Mex anywhere, and you're invited anytime. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
Hey, you know, fall's right around the corner, and the In Wheel Time show has some remote broadcasts lined up for you, including Woody's Waterfront Car Show next weekend, next Saturday. That's where we'll be. Space City Corvette Club's big show in Stevenson Park in Friendswood. The Hemi Hideout Open House, November 9th.
That's going to be good.
And then, of course, Houston Autorama Thanksgiving weekend. We hope you'll stop by and say hello at the In Wheel Time remote broadcast booth. Time now for the Motor Minute. Jeff has that.
Yeah, well, like I said, I've kind of left my sheet on the printer. So,
Don't tell anybody.
I'm telling you what. But I was going to talk about warranties and extended warranties, and do you get them or do you let them go? And we talked this morning.
Extended warranties.
Extended warranty.
So you've got a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty on your Kia, your Hyundai,
and things like that. Do you buy one and extended?
Why?
Well, on that particular model, you probably wouldn't. But the average, if you get a 3-year 36, I recommend it. I would do it. I will do it. And I have done it before. I've done it in the past. But if you're talking like a wash machine or a microwave, that's something different. That would be an appliance rather than an automobile.
How much typically for a warranty on a car that's got 36,000 miles on it?
You're looking anywhere between $1,500 to maybe $3,000.
Total?
Total. Yeah.
Not a year?
No, not a year. Total. To buy the package. Now, I had statistics I could tell you, but I obviously don't have those right. So it's just a matter of the individual. Can they afford it? Now, you talked this morning about putting money aside as a separate fund, repair fund,
if you're going
which is a good idea.
If you're going to buy a warranty, now granted, it probably would not cover like a complete engine replacement,
right?
And of course, in today's world, apparently that's more typical than not. You wouldn't want to buy a new engine for your car that's got 36,000 miles on it.
And now you got the EVs, taking hold on that. Your batteries are $12,000, $14,000.
I understand, but they come in with 100,000-mile warranties on the batteries.
Right. In some cases, they didn't used to do that. What happens if you got one of the old ones? Then you got to go and do that repair.
Okay.
But my recommendation, to me personally, I would do it. It's not right for everybody, but I like your idea with putting a separate fund.
If I'm going to spend $100 a month, $1,200 a year on a warranty for my car, extended warranty, I would just as soon take the $100, put it into a special savings account that says car warranty, pay myself, earn money off of the money that I'm saving.
Good idea.
If you're that dedicated to it,
if you're that frugal,
that's a good idea. But
just have it taken out of your check.
Do you start paying that $100 when you buy the car, or do you pay it when your original warranty runs out?
Well, you buy the car.
Using the other one.
You buy the car, they offer you the warranty, they either write it into your F&I, or if you're buying it as just a cash buyer, you would add more to the cash buy.
Well, I'm with you, but so if you got a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, do you pay that $3,600?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when that 3-year 36 ends, boom, you're right into the next warranty.
Yeah. So
okay. Well, good luck on that.
Yeah.
Do your homework. Time now for this hour's car review. I had a chance to drive the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek. Comes in the base, premium, sport, Limited, and Wilderness trim levels. I had the Sport RRD. I don't know what RRD stands for, but that's what I got. It's extra small SUV. Of course, all the Subarus are all-wheel drive. 5 seats, including the driver. Exterior changes from last model year. Well, it's been redesigned for 2024. This is the 3rd generation. Exterior features, front fascia is modern and rugged looking. A sloping roof line comes with all models with built-in rear hatch sunshade. Sharp-looking overall design. What I liked about it, I like that gold trim on the lower valance panel. It makes the dark blue color that I had, makes it really pop. It looks really good, and I can't believe that I'm actually saying these words over a piece of trim that's oddly colored. You just don't see it very often. What could use improvement? Well, the black cladding wheel well openings may be a bit overdone. They're kind of large, but okay, let's go for that. Interior highlights, sharp-looking upholstery on comfortable cloth seats, extra-large infotainment screen, control knobs and buttons in all the right places, and it's all very well designed. WeatherTech-style flooring, front to rear, is extra good. Cargo room, it's small, but okay for the overall size of the vehicle. What I liked, easy-to-use infotainment system, convenient, passive phone charger. I liked both of those things. What could use improvement? Lots of hard plastic surfaces in there, but, you know, it's a rugged, kind of an outdoorsy, off-roady type of vehicle, so kind of fits the motif, if you will.
There you go.
2.5-liter flat four-cylinder engine. Horsepower 182. Pound-feet of torque is 178. And it goes through a CVT transmission to all 4 wheels. 26 miles per gallon city, 33 highway for combined to 29 is what it's rated. I got 29.1 over 273 miles. What I liked about it, well-matched vehicle power. And could use a little more power, actually. And maybe they could bump that up just a touch and call it a different trim level and make everybody happy. What could use improvement? How about an optional manual transmission? It is off-road, by the way.
Yeah.
5-star safety rating on this car. Ride and handling, nice, compliant, and controllable. What could use improvement? Well, all Crosstracks come with the standard all-wheel drive, and I don't know what could use improvement. Prices. Base trim price, $29,195. Prices tested, $32,501. Base model price, $25,195. Yep. It competes against the Honda HR-V for $29,650, the Jeep Compass for $35,495, and the Ford Bronco Sport for $35,615. Huh. And that is my review of the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek. If you're in the market for something like that, save the wildlife, save the dogs, save the cats, go buy yourself a Subaru. Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. We are back right after this quick break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The N-Wheel Time Fall Tour begins Saturday, September 28th at Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show. There'll be awards for Best Truck, Rat Rod, Import, Paint, Engine, Interior, and Best of Show. It happens at the Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas, where the backdrop of Galveston Bay will be one for your car scrapbook. Registration is $30 per car on site. Visitors are free 8 to 4, Saturday, September 28th. It's Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show at Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas. The In Wheel Time Fall Remote Tour continues Saturday, October 12th from 8:30 to 3 at the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival, hosted by the Space City Corvette Club. See up to 300 cars under the trees in beautiful Stevenson Park at 1100 Friendswood Drive in Friendswood. Competitors register online. Proceeds benefit Texas Equisearch. Showgoers will see all makes and models of the finest rides around at this judged event. It's Saturday, October 12th, 8:30 to 3 at the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival, Stevenson Park in Friendswood. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.